Women, what is your I am the client, not my husband. Stop ignoring me story. I own this cute little boutique downtown and business was good enough that I wanted to expand. Me and my husband went to First National Bank to get a business loan. I spent weeks putting together this massive business plan. Revenue projections, tax returns from the last 3 years, photos of the store, customer testimonials, everything. We walk into this banker's office and I'm carrying this thick folder with all my documents. The banker shakes my husband's hand first, then barely glances at me. I start explaining my business, how I've been running it for 4 years, how much I want to borrow. This guy keeps nodding at my husband like he's the one talking. So how long has your store been operating? He asks my husband. My husband points at me and says, she's the owner. The banker just keeps going. What's your average monthly revenue? Again to my husband. I'm literally the one answering every question, but this guy won't make eye contact with me. Then it gets worse. He opens his laptop and starts typing. I'll need to see your husband's credit score and income verification, he tells me. I explain that this is my business, my loan application, my credit we should be looking at. The banker laughs and says, well, yes, but we need to make sure your husband approves of taking on this debt. I felt my face get hot. My husband looked like he wanted to crawl under the desk. Excuse me, I said. The banker starts explaining how married women need spousal consent for business loans over a certain amount. He's making stuff up as he goes. I stand up and grab my folder back. You just lost a 6-figure account, I tell him. We walk out and I can hear him calling after us about how he was just following bank policy. My husband is apologizing the whole way to the car. I'm not even mad at him. I'm furious at that condescending jerk who treated me like I was 12 years old asking daddy for allowance money. We drive literally across the street to this credit union. The branch manager is this woman, about my age, named Jessica. I explain what just happened and she rolls her eyes. First National is stuck in 1950, she says. Jessica actually looks at my business plan. She asks smart questions about my customer base and expansion timeline. She pulls up my credit score on her computer and shows it to me. Perfect payment history. She approves me for the loan right there. The whole process takes maybe 30 minutes. 6 months later, my store is double the size. I'm hiring to new employees. Business is booming. Then I get this phone call. It's the banker from First National. He heard through the grapevine that my expansion was successful and wanted to reconnect about other services they offer. I let him talk for like 2 minutes about their business checking accounts and merchant services. Then I interrupt him. Did you know that Jessica from the credit union just helped me secure a second loan for another location? He starts backtracking, saying how he'd love to discuss my growing business needs. I cut him off. Here's the thing, I'm about to mail you something. That afternoon, I went to the print shop and made a postcard with a photo from my grand opening. Huge crowds, ribbon-cutting ceremony, local news cameras. On the back, I wrote, Dear First National, Client, Lauren, Owner, Lauren, Decision Maker. Lauren, Success Lauren. Maybe next time listen to the woman with the business plan instead of her husband with the confused expression. I mailed it to his office. My husband thought I was being petty, but honestly, it felt amazing. When people say sexism is dead in business. I want to tell them this story. So, a couple years ago, I owned this small boutique downtown. Cozy, colorful, locally made goods, everything from handmade candles to vintage-style dresses. After 4 years of steady growth, I decided it was time to expand. I had the numbers, the vision, the passion, and most importantly, I had the business plan. I spent weeks putting it together, pages of revenue projections, tax returns, customer testimonials, and photos of my store. It was a 6-figure plan. I wanted to take out a loan too. Double my space and hire a few employees. Nothing crazy, just smart growth. My husband offered to come with me for support. Sweet guy, totally believed in me, but he was just the moral support. I was the business. We walked into First National Bank, and the loan officer, this middle-aged man in a stiff suit, looked right past me and reached for my husband's hand first. Gave him that firm "you must be the boss" handshake. I gave him my name and explained why we were there. He nodded at my husband. So I start talking about my shop, how long I've run it, the loyal customer base, the reason I need the loan, but this banker keeps looking at my husband while I talk, like I'm some side character in a story that belongs to someone else. Then comes the kicker. So how long has your store been operating? He asks again, looking straight at my husband. My husband, bless him, points to me and says, she's the owner. Still, the banker doesn't skip a beat. He keeps asking my husband questions, average monthly revenue, inventory costs, marketing strategy, and I'm the one answering all of it. No eye contact, no acknowledgement. And then he says something that actually made my jaw drop. I'll need to see your husband's credit score and income verification, he tells me. I blink. This is my business. I say it's my loan application. We should be looking at my credit. He laughs. Well, yes, he says, but we need to make sure your husband approves of taking on this debt. My husband turns red. He looks like he wants to disappear under the floor. Me? I'm seeing pure rage. I ask him, flat out, what policy he's referring to. He starts mumbling something about how married women need spousal consent for business loans over a certain amount. It was complete nonsense. 100% made up. So I stand up. I grab my thick, beautiful, carefully prepared folder, and I say, you just lost a 6-figure account. We walk out. He's calling after us, trying to explain that he was just following bank procedure. Sure. We get in the car. My husband's apologizing the whole time, and I'm like, no, this isn't on you. That guy just treated me like a child asking for allowance, and I wasn't having it. So what did we do? We drove across the street. Literally, right across the street, to this credit union. We walk in, and the branch manager is this woman, named Jessica, around my age. She greets me first, listens as I explain the expansion. She actually asks to see my business plan, flips through every section, nodding, asking smart, informed questions. She pulls up my credit, shows me the screen, perfect payment history. She says she approves the loan on the spot. The entire process took maybe 30 minutes. 6 months later, my boutique is double the size. I hired 2 new employees. I'm doing local press interviews. There's a new mural on the front window. Business is booming. And then I get a phone call. Guess who? First National banker guy. He says he's heard through the grapevine that my expansion was a success, that he'd love to reconnect and talk about other services they offer. Merchant accounts, business checking, you name it. He's practically pitching like a car salesman on fire. I let him go for 2 full minutes. Then I say, did you know Jessica from the credit union just helped me secure a second loan? We're opening a second location next year. Dead silence. Then he starts stammering about how First National would love to help with my future needs. And that's when I knew exactly what I needed to do. That afternoon, I went to the print shop. I made a custom postcard. On the front, a photo from my grand opening, me cutting the ribbon, surrounded by happy customers, the mayor shaking my hand, and a big sign above the door with my name. On the back, I wrote, Dear First National, Client Lauren, Owner Lauren, Decision Maker Lauren, Success Lauren. Maybe next time, listen to the woman with the business plan instead of the man with the confused expression. I mailed it to his office. My husband said I was being petty. I call it being heard, and let me tell you, it felt amazing. Story 2. She said, stop being so clingy. I need my freedom. Before going silent for days, I gave her all the freedom she wanted. What she found missing when she finally called back, original post. I, 26 male, had been with Veronica, 24, for 2 years. Lived together for 6 months in my apartment. Thought we were solid until last month when everything went sideways. It started Small, I'd text her during lunch. She'd leave me on red, I'd suggest weekend plans. She'd say maybe and make other arrangements. Normal couple stuff turned into arguments. Why don't you want to watch our show tonight? God, Theo, we don't have to do everything together. You're so clingy for wanting to watch Netflix with my girlfriend, but okay. Gave her space, stopped suggesting activities. Let her initiate. Then came the birthday incident. Her friend Zoe's birthday party, I assumed we'd go together. We always went to parties together. Veronica, actually, I already told them I'm coming solo. Oh, why? Because I need to be my own person. Sometimes you're always just there hovering. I live here. You know what I mean, you're suffocating. Emmy, suffocating for existing in my own apartment and wanting to go to social events with my girlfriend. Cool. The next week, she escalated. Thursday night, getting ready for bed. I'm going out with the girls tomorrow. Don't wait up. Me sounds fun. Where are you going? Does it matter? See, this is what I mean, always needing to know everything. Track my location if you're so worried. I'm not worried, just making conversation. Well, don't. I need my freedom. Theo, stop being so clingy. Friday night came. She left at 8 p.m. I played video games. Went to bed around midnight. Woke up Saturday morning, her side of the bed empty. Checked my phone, nothing. Texted at 10 a.m. Hey, you okay? No response, whatever. She wanted freedom from my clinginess. Went about my Saturday gym, groceries, meal, prep, still nothing by evening. Sunday morning, still radio silence. Now I'm actually concerned. Called once, straight to voicemail, but her Instagram story showed her at brunch with friends laughing, mimosas flowing, posted 2 hours ago. So she was fine, just ignoring me for asking if she was okay after not coming home. That's when something clicked. She wanted freedom from my suffocating presence. Done. Monday morning, she finally walked in. 7 a.m. same clothes from Friday. Looked exhausted but smug. Me, hey, see, I'm fine. Told you to stop worrying. Me, wasn't worried after I saw your Instagram. Were you stalking my stories? God, Theo, nope. Just happened to see it. Glad you had fun. She seemed thrown by my calm response. Waited for questions, demands, and argument. Got none. Me, I'm heading to work. See you later. That's it. No interrogation about where I was. Me, you need your freedom. I'm giving it to you. Left her standing there confused. That evening started implementing Operation Freedom. She wanted space. She'd get all of it. First stop doing her laundry. We'd fallen into a routine where I did both our laundry together. No more, did mine, left hers in the hamper. Second, grocery shopping. Usually bought her favorite snacks, her specific oat milk, her organic produce. This time, just my stuff. Third, streaming services, logged her out of my Netflix, Hulu, HBO, Max. She wanted independence. She could get her own accounts. Fourth, the big one. We've been planning a couple's trip to Miami next month. Fully booked, both names on reservation. Called the hotel, canceled her portion. Changed to single occupancy, got partial refund. She didn't notice immediately, too busy enjoying her freedom. Went out Tuesday night, came back Wednesday afternoon. Thursday night out again. No texts, no calls, no communication, just living her best independent life. Friday, a week after her first disappearing act, she finally noticed. Veronica, Theo, where's my clean workout stuff? Me and the hamper where you left it. You did laundry and didn't include mine. Me, didn't want to suffocate you with my helpfulness. CBF cat but face achieved. Saturday morning, Veronica, we're out of oat milk. I'm not. You didn't buy any. Me bought what I needed. There's a store 2 blocks down if you need something. She stomped off to her room. 20 minutes later, Netflix logged me out. Yeah, I changed the password. What? Why? You need freedom from my accounts. Get your own. The entitlement started showing. She'd been living in my apartment, using my subscriptions, eating food I bought, wearing clothes I washed, while telling me I was clingy for wanting basic girlfriend interaction. Update 1. 2 weeks later, Veronica's freedom tour continued. Disappeared entire weekends, sometimes weekdays. Always active on social media, just not responding to me. I stopped texting altogether. Meanwhile, I started living my best life. Signed up for that boxing class I'd wanted to try. She always said it was too aggressive and didn't want me getting hurt. Turns out I loved it. Reconnected with my boys Vince, Corey, and Louise. We started Thursday night poker. Used to skip friend stuff because Veronica would guilt trip me about choosing them over her. Even updated my apartment, rearranged furniture how I wanted it. Put up my movie poster she called childish. Bought a PS5 with the money I saved not buying her bougie groceries. 2 weeks in, she started cracking. Veronica, why didn't you tell me about the Miami trip? What about it? I went to check the reservation. It's only in your name now. Yeah, changed it to solo. You need your freedom, remember? Can't have me suffocating you on vacation. That's our trip was. Now it's my trip. She lost it. Full screaming match about how I was being petty and vindictive. Me, I'm giving you exactly what you asked for. Complete freedom from your clingy boyfriend. I didn't mean what, you didn't mean what you said. Which part? The suffocating part, the clingy part. The needing freedom part, she tried to flip it, said I was manipulating her words. I pulled out my phone, showed her the screenshots I'd taken of her texts. Stop being so clingy. I need freedom, you're suffocating me. Me just following instructions, she stormed out. Didn't come back for 3 days, posted constantly about toxic men who can't handle independent women. Her friends hyped her up in the comments. When she finally returned, brought reinforcements. Her best friend, Monica. Monica, Theo, you're being really immature about this. How so? Punishing Ronnie for wanting a little space. Canceling trips, changing passwords. It's abusive. Abusive? I'm giving her space, exactly what she asked for. You know that's not what she meant. Then what did she mean? Explain it to me. Monica looked at Veronica, who suddenly found the floor fascinating. Me, she said I was clingy for texting during lunch. Suffocating for wanting to spend time together. Controlling for asking where she was after she didn't come home. So I stopped. How? Is that abusive? You're twisting things. I'm literally doing what was requested. Would you prefer I ignore her stated boundaries? They left without another word, but Monica's involvement gave me an idea. See, Monica had been in Veronica's ear for months, always talking about how her boyfriend let her do whatever, never asked questions, funded her lifestyle without demands. What Monica didn't mention, her boyfriend was 45, married, and she was his side piece. But Veronica thought that was relationship goals, started documenting everything. Every night out, every day, she didn't come home. Not obsessively, just quick notes. V out Tuesday, Thursday, V gone weekend. Built quite a pattern, then dropped. A casual bomb during one of her brief appearances. Me, hey, just so you know, rent's due next week. Your half is $900. My half? I don't pay rent yet because we were together. But you wanted freedom from our relationship dynamics. Free people pay their own way. You can't just spring this on me. It's the 23rd. Rent's always due the 1st. That's 8 days notice. Veronica, I don't have $900. Then I suggest you figure it out like a free independent adult. The panic in her eyes was chef's kiss. Update 2. 3 weeks later, Veronica went nuclear about the rent thing. Called her parents, cried about how I was financially abusing her. They called me her dad's son. What's this about charging Ronnie rent? Me, she's a roommate now, sir. Roommates pay rent. Dad, she's your girlfriend. Is she hasn't acted like it in a month. Disappears for days. Demands freedom from our relationship. Tells me I'm suffocating her for basic interaction. Sounds like she wants to be single. She's just exploring herself. Cool, she can explore how to pay rent, too. He hung up, but I knew they wouldn't pay. They'd been telling her to be more independent. Anyway, Veronica tried a new strategy, suddenly became the perfect girlfriend. Cooked dinner, burned spaghetti, suggested we watch a movie together. I had plans with the boys, even tried initiating intimacy. Hard pass, who knows where she'd been. When that didn't work, she tried jealousy, Veronica, so I might have a date. Friday, cool, have fun with this guy from my gym. He's been asking me out. Sounds good. I'll be out too, so won't be here when you get back. Her face fell. She wanted to fight, jealousy, possessiveness, some proof I still cared, got none. Friday came, she got dolled up, made sure I saw her leaving. I left 20 minutes later for Vince's birthday party. Plot twist, my cousin Ailina was there, recently single. Always had a little crush on me, we hit it off. Laughed about old family stories, danced, exchanged numbers, didn't do anything. I'm not a cheater, even in whatever limbo Veronica had us in, but it felt good to remember I was actually desirable. Came home around 2 a.m. Veronica was on the couch, mascara smeared, wine glass in hand. Veronica, your date go well. Me, wasn't the date Vince's birthday? You, it was boring. Kept talking about crypto. Rough. Well, good night. That's it, you don't want to know details? Not really, your dating life is your business. Went to bed, heard her throw the wine glass in the sink. Monday morning, D-Day arrived. The first rent day, me rent's due today, cash, check, or Venmo works. I don't have it, then you have 30 days to vacate. Here's your notice, handed her the formal eviction notice. I had prepared legal, proper by the book. You're evicting me? Non-payment of rent is grounds for eviction. Yes, this is insane. I'm your girlfriend. My girlfriend who needs freedom from our suffocating relationship. This is freedom, Veronica, free to find your own place. She went ballistic, threw things. Her things, screamed about 2 years wasted, posted on social media about being homeless because of a toxic ex, then made her biggest mistake. Remember all those nights out, posted a story. At least I have amazing friends who actually support me. Been staying with them most nights anyway. Screenshot added to my documentation. Her mom called next. Mom, Theodore. This is ridiculous. You can't evict Ronnie, me. According to her Instagram, she's been staying with friends most nights anyway. I'm just formalizing the arrangement. She's been home, me, ma'am. I have a calendar. She's been here maybe 8 nights in the last month. That's not living here, that's occasionally visiting. Where is she supposed to go? To all those supportive friends she's been staying with. The call ended with threats about lawyers. Bring it, final update, 6 weeks later. The 30 days were comedy gold. First, Veronica tried squatting, refused to leave, thought I'd cave, I didn't. Continued living my life, she'd camp on the couch. I'd watch TV in my room. She'd cook elaborate meals, I'd order takeout. She'd try to seduce me, I'd go to the gym. Her supportive friends, turns out they loved her as a party companion, not a roommate. Monica couldn't host because her married boyfriend paid for her studio. Zoe had 3 roommates already, others just ghosted when she asked to crash. Week 2 of the notice period, she broke. Can we please just talk? Sure, what about us, this everything? Okay, talk, I messed up. I didn't mean those things. Which? Things specifically about you being clingy. You weren't. You were just being a boyfriend and you didn't want that. I thought IDID in single quotes. Monica kept saying her relationship was perfect because Todd never questioned anything. Todd, who's married to someone else? She flinched. Yeah, she knew. For I got caught up in this idea of freedom. But I didn't mean this. What did you mean then? I don't know. I took you for granted. Everything you did, the apartment, the bills, the little things, I called it suffocating, but it was just love. Notice she still couldn't apologize. Just explained, classic, okay, you realize that? Good for you, you still need to move out. We can work through this, me? No, we can't because you haven't actually changed. You just don't like the consequences. To prove my point, I pulled up her phone location history. She'd shared it with me months ago. Never revoked access, showed her the pattern. Jim guy's apartment, Sun address downtown, Monica's place. All while claiming she wanted to work things out. Veronica, you've been tracking me. You gave me access, never took it back. Kind of like how you had access to my life and took it for granted. She moved out day 29. Parents came with a U-Haul shooting me death glares. Took her stuff and her entitled attitude, but here's the kicker. 2 weeks after she left, I get a text. Hey, stranger, how have you been? Missed our hangouts, like we were. Old friends who drifted apart, not like she'd spent months calling me suffocating. Then surprised Pikachu phased when I agreed, didn't respond. Week later. I still have some things there. Can I come by? Me left a box with the building manager. It's in the mailroom. Can't we do this in person? I'd love to catch up, no need. Take care. Last I heard through mutual friends, she's dating crypto bro from the gym. Posts constantly about needing me time and space to breathe. He's apparently actually clingy. Texts constantly, gets jealous when she goes out. The irony is delicious, me living my best life, apartments all mine. Boxing twice a week, poker with the boys, even went on a few dates with Elena. Turns out she likes guys who actually want to spend time with their girlfriend. Wild concept. Veronica wanted freedom from her clingy boyfriend. She got it, all of it, every last drop of freedom she could handle. Turns out freedom tastes a lot like paying your own rent and washing your own clothes. Funny how suffocating I was when I was doing everything for her. Funnier how she only realized it when I stopped. The freedom she demanded became the prison she created, and I didn't have to do anything except give her exactly what she asked for.